So I had a very valuable life lesson hit me a couple weeks ago, and I'm clear enough on it so I can actually share. I'm My intention is to draw people in with my own experiences, and if you glean something from it that helps your life, then we both win, right? So it's about gratitude. Ever since I began my self-improvement journey about, I don't know, 11, 12 years ago, everyone talks about the power of gratitude, and it's not like this is some deep cerebral concept that takes years to figure out. Yeah, be grateful. Makes your biology better. You've heard the drill. It still applies. But I learned for me in many areas, pretty much all of them, I need a context. I need something to like grab a hold of and like bring it in to personalize it. So a couple weeks ago, let's just say I was off track, and I was on the verge of a whole lot of limiting personal beliefs coming to a head and transforming into something positive. And every time that happens, I get in a really neutral, awkward, ungrateful space. So here's what happens with me. One, when I'm in this space, when I'm off track, I'll be working on something that I'm really happy about, and I'm doing my best, and I'm thinking this is good, this is going in the right direction. I feel very positive about what I'm doing. And then I'll think about somebody else who's about my age, somewhere in the same profession, and they're doing better. And then all of a sudden I compare myself to them, where they are financially, where they are at freedom wise. I get all of these different feelings, and it gets in my gut, and it just dissolves the joy I was feeling. And that's an awful feeling. The second thing that happens is I just get this idea of like, well, then I should be better. And immediately I get sort of disassociated. The best way I can put it is a version of me that I think I should be right now at this point in my life. It's like a balloon that floats away from me and goes into this nondescript, undesignated date and time and location, and just sort of floats over there and pisses me off and teases me and yells at me like, you're not good enough, you're not living up to your potential, you're limited. It's all these awful personal beliefs. And then finally what ends up happening is I completely miss everything that I have in my life right now all around me. And that is really painful for people like Andrea to watch, because there's literally nothing in my life that is lacking abundance right now. And when she saw me in this state, it hurt her. Not because I did something that like she was hurt for me for being so fucking off track. And so immediately after seeing the effect it had on her, it was like a mirror. And that was the important point of this part, is my behavior elicited a response out of her, and it became a mirror back to me that said, jackass, you're off track. I mean, seriously. So a couple hours later, as I'm getting back into my body and getting a little bit more focused and balanced and catching myself, I'm standing in the refrigerator looking at all of this amazing food we have. One of Andrea's love languages is cooking and serving her family and her friends. And the refrigerator was full of her love. All sorts of variety. Things that she very meticulously, very intentionally provided. Different varieties, different flavors. I'm sitting there thinking, this is the first time in my life since meeting her this has been a part of my life. I'm then realizing, look what else you're missing. I'm living in a home that I feel like is the first home I've ever really had, that I feel at home in. And I'm living married to the love of my life when I didn't think that was going to be the case. And our relationship is so powerful, it propelled us, it motivated us, it inspired us to create a whole business around it. I've changed my entire life because of the relationship we have. Our family, the 4 kids, our distant family, everybody's amazing. I have a life that I dreamed of. I wasn't even really thinking of like I could have the life that I have now. I'm surrounded by things that I never thought would be mine, and I'm sitting here thinking about this balloon floating over to where I should be. And immediately all my guides and all the divine forces that I commune with just sort of elbowed me right in the neck and said, can you see how far off track you are? all these dumb limiting thoughts, all these limiting beliefs, it's time to transmute that into something powerful. All that energy you got that's taking you the wrong way, thinking it's helping you, let it really help you, and let's get some transformation. And then guess what? Gratitude popped up into my life again. It popped up into my face and it said, you know what? If you're not grateful on a fundamental molecular level for the life you have right now, what makes you think you're going to get any more? All the things that you think are hiding in that floating balloon, you're not going to get any of that, because not only is that unrealistic, but if you can't be grateful for what you have now, why are we going to give you more to be ungrateful for? When you get it, when I get into that state, nothing feels like it's enough. And it's an awful feeling, and it's humbling, and it's humiliating, and it's just, there's no justification for it. I went and got myself a gratitude journal, and I look forward to filling this out right before I go to the gym. And my life is amazing. Simple truth. How many thousands of years of wise sages have said the same thing? You can't do anything about tomorrow. You can't do anything about yesterday. You've got an infinite supply right now, so what are you doing about it? I made a choice, and now I have this deep understanding. I finally connected face to face with what gratitude means. And that has been the guidepost. That's been my North Star for the last 2 weeks. I wake up and I make sure my mindset is measured by where I know it should be. Because now I know how it feels to not have that knot in my stomach, to be joyful for the contemporaries in my life who are doing well, and to be really excited about what can come from the hard work and the dedicated intentional work that Andrea and I are doing right now. It was a real blessing and a very powerful moment for me. And like I said, I hope that you get something from this too, because being vulnerable it's not hard. And I enjoy being able to express what's true for me in hopes that it can help someone else get their life moving in the right direction too.